So as you all know, it's really important right now that we are all wearing a face mask when we go out and about to make sure that we are protecting both ourselves and our entire community and friends and family around us. The problem is that right now it's really hard to find a face mask. They're hard to find, some are really expensive, and so it's really helpful to be able to know how to make one yourself using materials you might have in your home right now. So we're going to do a tutorial on how to make a face mask using only a pair of scissors and an old t-shirt. All right. If you also have a ruler and a pen or pencil, that would be super helpful as well. But if you don't, no worries, we can do it without that. If you don't have a t-shirt with you right now at home, by the way, I used an old t-shirt that I had outgrown that didn't fit me anymore, and so I thought I could use it. You could also use an old sheet if you have an old sheet or an old pillowcase. I have an old sheet in my house that has a rip in it, and so I've been using that for fabric to make masks. So these are all possibilities for you, but for this video, we are going to be using a t-shirt. These are great because they're stretchy, and so that makes a mask that's really comfortable to wear. So I'm going to show you the one that I have made in white with a white t-shirt. We're going to practice on one with a blue t-shirt, but I'll put it on right now. Ready? There it is. All right, let's go make one ourselves. Okay, so right now I have my t-shirt and I have actually cut the front of the t-shirt away from the back of the t-shirt. So now this is only one piece of fabric. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it flat on my table and I'm going to cut the bottom sewn edge off. Great. I'm going to put that to the side. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to measure 1 inch from the bottom of the t-shirt. I'm going to measure that inch and I'm going to make a small mark 3 times on my shirt. And I'm going to cut a strip of fabric 1 inch wide. Great. I'm going to repeat that a second time. All right, and now I'm going to cut that again. This is our second strip of fabric. Great. So now we have our 2 pieces of fabric, both 1 inch wide. We are right now going to tie these 2 pieces together, making a knot. Now we have 1 long strip of fabric. These are going to become the ties that go around our head and back of our neck to keep our mask on tight. All right, we can set that aside now. So now with the rest of our t-shirt, we are going to measure from the bottom where we just cut. We're going to measure about 8 inches up. Make a mark and another mark. Then we're going to measure another 8 inches up from our last marks that we just made. And it doesn't matter if this is exact, okay? So that means that it can be a little bit smaller or a lot smaller, especially if you're a smaller person, or it can be larger if you want. It doesn't have to be perfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut along that second mark. So we just made a total of 16 inches from the bottom to the top. So I'm going to cut on this line here. Let's do it. What I'm doing is I'm avoiding my sleeves here, so I'm cutting around them to get rid of them. So now we have our leftover sleeves. Those are going away, bye-bye. I'm putting them to the side. So now we have our piece of fabric that's going to become our mask. Here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold the bottom towards the middle, like that. And then we're going to fold the top towards the middle again. Then what we're going to do is we're going to fold, oops, wait, hold on a second. I lied. We're going to actually fold this in a little bit more and fold the top in a little bit more so that they're perfectly overlapping in thirds. We just folded in thirds. Okay, now we're going to fold this side towards the center and then the other side towards the center, just like that. So now we have a nice folded piece of fabric. This is going to be the front of our mask facing the world outside. This is going to be the inside of the mask facing our face. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a little cut, right? We're going to take this inside fold and we're going to cut a little slit, just like that. See that little slit there? Let me show you. Little slit cut, just like that. And we're going to cut another one here, like so. Great. And we're going to do that on the other side as well. Cut a slit and a slit here. Great. Right. So for a closer look, you can see that we folded it in and then we've cut our slits at the top and at the bottom. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make tiny knots with each of these little cuts. Tiny knots. And all that's doing is making sure that these folds are being kept together snugly so that they don't come undone. I made this a little hard on myself because I made the cuts kind of short. There we go. See, so there's one tie. We're going to tie the top ones. You're going to make a double knot so that it doesn't come undone. Just like that. So now see what we have. We have a nice square. This is the inside of our mask again. This is the outside. All right, now's the time where we're going to take our ties from before. We have our one long tie, and what we're going to do is we're going to take one side of this tie, and into this loop we're going to weave it through and pull it to the other side, just like that. Then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Weave that through. There you go. So now what's going to happen is this full loop is going to be the bottom of your mask, and this is going to be the top. Let me show you how to put it on now. All right, it's time to put your mask on. So you're going to take the outside part of the mask that's going to face the world, and you're going to put it towards your chest, okay? This loop is now at the top, so that means that you can put it over your head like that. If you have any hair, pull it out so that you're comfortable. Now what you're going to do is you're going to tug on these strings and place this over your nose. So we know that we need to protect both our nose and our mouth, so this is going to cover both. So we're putting this over our nose. We're going to pull tight and tie it at the top of our head. You can make a bow, you can make a knot. If you need help, ask your family. And there we go. It's all done. It's super comfy and it's stretchy because it's made out of our awesome old t-shirt that now we're reusing and recycling. All right, everyone, simple as that. So one important thing to remember, every time that you go out of your house, it's really important to wear one of these. And when you come back in, it's really important that you know exactly what to do to make sure that you're staying safe and clean and making sure none of the things that are on the outside of this mask are getting into your house. So that means that as soon as you come in, it's important that you put your mask into your laundry and that you then wash your hands really, really well, really, really well. All of that has to happen, laundry and wash hands, before you're allowed to touch your face or any surfaces in your house. That way you're making sure everything stays super, super clean. So it's really important that this gets washed before you wear it a second time. That's going to keep you safe and healthy. Another thing I wanted to say is that these are really fun. Because we use the back of a t-shirt, we now have this beautiful blank canvas that we can decorate. So if you have markers in your house, you can do an art project and decorate this with fun patterns and designs to make people smile. All right, that's it. If you have any questions, please reach out to your group leaders and they will pass the message on to me. I'm happy to make another tutorial if you have any questions about how to make this mask. All right, enjoy and happy making and stay safe and well. Hi, everyone.